This is a WIFR First Alert weather update.
Good afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist DJ Baker here with you guys. Winter storm warnings are across the state line, and those will expire at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. I wanted to give a brief look outside as we're now kind of in the bit of a heavier pattern when it comes to our snowfall. Our I-90 cam, it is hard to see across the region, and even looking at some of our other cams, still seeing some heavy snowfall. Our river cam is, of course, encased in that snow. Roads right now completely covered across the entire state of Illinois, or at least across the state line portions. Up in Wisconsin, still a lot of roads fully, if not partially covered, so travel right now is particularly on the tricky side. Our Anderson Kia Max Storm Tracker still seeing snow pretty much across the board, but we are starting to get into a little bit of a heavier pattern. Now, the reason why that is a low pressure system that is generating these showers and snow showers across the state of Illinois and across the Midwest is currently starting to make its way into central and southern portions of Illinois. As that continues to push off toward the east, we'll be on the northwest portion of it, and that's typically where the heaviest amount of snowfall occurs. So right now we've had snowfall rates about for every 1 inch of water, about 10 inches of snow fell, and overall snowfall rates have been somewhat limited to maybe a quarter to a half of an inch per hour, but over the next few hours, those will likely bump up to a half of an inch, if not closer to 1, or maybe even in some places 2 inches per hour. Now, of course, because we are seeing our snowfall rates pick up, our visibility has been reduced, and even saw again on our I-90 cam, less than 0.2 of a mile of current visibility in Rockford. Winds not too bad, mainly out of the east to southeast, near 10 to 15 miles per hour. So we will see some blowing snow, but with this snow's overall makeup, we're not going to see it drifting all too much. Temperatures sitting in the upper 20s when it comes to snowfall ratios would put us closer to that 10 to 1, so kind of that Goldilocks zone. What that means is we're not on the wet and heavy side that a 34-degree temperature would give, and that's where every 5 inches of snow is equal to 1 inch of water. And that's the heavy stuff where we typically see it about that. We get about 20 pounds per cubic foot. Right now, right around that 10 to, if not close to 12 to 1 ratio. So we are seeing a lot of it start to stick, but not a lot of it will be blowing. And it's not super heavy, so if you do a decent job of maybe shoveling every 2 to 3 hours, you shouldn't really be hurting your back or potentially even have that heart attack snow. And we're not in the category where we're well below that freezing mark, where we see a 20 to 1 ratio. Now, this is the one that is really light and fluffy, but it's also the one that does a lot of blowing and whipping around. So right now, again, that kind of Goldilocks zone where, yes, it is making our roads a bit treacherous, but at least it's not going to be continued to be blown back across our roads after you shovel or after they plow. Now, snow is going to last with us here throughout the remainder of the afternoon into the evening, and from about right now until about 6 to 7 o'clock, that's when the heaviest snowfall rates will be occurring. But after that, the low will continue to push off toward the east, meaning we'll see more of that wraparound snow where we'll start to see those lighter snowfall amounts. And by the time we get towards about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, this is when I really think we'll start to see our snow kind of go to the wayside. But for between now and then, still expect a decent amount of snow to fall. Could see upward of about 5 to another 6 to 7 inches total fall. So combine that with the already 3 to 4 inches on the ground, and well, we are going to see its snowfall totals anywhere between 7 and even up to about 10 to 11 inches, with some locations potentially even topping out near a foot or so. So definitely want to make sure you are giving yourself as much time as possible if you are planning on hitting the road. I would advise against travel if you can, but if you have to, drive slow, give yourself plenty of room in front of the car in front of you, and of course, slow down and let yourself brake over the course of time and not try to do it too quickly to have as much friction and traction as much as possible. Of course, we will keep you both updated on air and online in our WIFR First Alert weather app.